Breaking from laziness. Jacob sat on his couch, scrolling endlessly through his phone. His room was a mess, his work unfinished, and his body sluggish from inactivity. Every night, he told himself that tomorrow would be different. He would wake up early, clean his room, exercise, and finish his assignments. Yet, when the morning came, he would hit the snooze button repeatedly, pushing his responsibilities further into the future. One evening, after another wasted day, Jacob received a message from his childhood friend, Mark. "Hey, man. Long time no see. Want to catch up tomorrow? Maybe go for a run." Jacob hesitated. He hadn't exercised in months, and the thought of running exhausted him. But before he could decline, he caught sight of his reflection in the TV screen. His eyes looked tired, his posture slouched. Was this really the person he wanted to be? With a deep breath, he typed, "Sure, what time?" Mark replied instantly, 6 a.m. at the park. Jacob's initial reaction was regret. 6 a.m. That was unheard of for him. But something inside told him to commit. He set his alarm and went to bed early, determined to make a change. When the alarm blared at 5:30 a.m., his first instinct was to turn it off and roll over. But then he thought of Mark waiting at the park. He forced himself out of bed, dressed, and stepped outside into the crisp morning air. At the park, Mark greeted him with a wide grin. "Didn't think you'd actually come." "Me neither," Jacob admitted. The run was brutal. His lungs burned, and his legs ached. He wanted to stop so many times, but Mark encouraged him. "Just one more lap. You've got this." By the end, Jacob was exhausted but strangely exhilarated. He felt awake, truly awake, for the first time in a long while. The next morning, Jacob surprised himself by waking up early again. He didn't want to lose the momentum. He went for another run, and though it was tough, he pushed through. Slowly, he began changing his habits. He started organizing his space, setting small goals, and tackling tasks instead of procrastinating. Weeks passed, and his routine solidified. He realized laziness wasn't a permanent trait, it was a habit, just like discipline. And habits could be changed. One day, while on a run with Mark, Jacob grinned. "You know, I used to think I was just a lazy person. But I've learned that's not who I am." Mark nodded. "It's all about momentum. The hardest part is starting." Jacob knew he still had a long way to go, but he had taken the most important step, he had started. And that made all the difference.